All right, so this is where I sit. This is predominantly where I spend about half an hour to an hour a day. This is my computer, and my computer plays, and it looks a little confined because it actually is. And why it is, because obviously is because of a lack of space, but it works. It does the job well because it doesn't allow me to sit on my computer for too long for extended periods of time. If I want to, then I have to push the table backwards, and that's only when I'm doing some research or something like that. Anyway, the long story short, I sit here all the time, and I have a visitor who has been gracing me with its presence for the past 2 days. And it's hovered around, but it's predominantly stuck in this place for about 2 days now. This is a hawk moth, also called a sphinx moth. Sphinx. I always try to check myself whether I'm pronouncing that word right. Sphinx. Hawk moth. We'll stick with hawk moth. Yes, it's a visitor. It has been here for the past 2-3 days, and it just stays here. It's one of the rarer variants of the kind of moths that you would get. In my entire life, I've only seen it 4 times, maybe. And yes, it is here today. I haven't seen it in a very, very long time. Maybe 4-5 years. So, hello, friend, and thank you for gracing me with your presence. Now, the moth, in a lot of shamanic spiritual paths, let's say, or understandings, the shamanic language, let's say, the moth in the shamanic language is predominantly associated with what the butterfly is associated with, which is the cycle of life, from going from a caterpillar stage to a pupa, forming a chrysalis, and then finally emerging from it as this beautiful creature. Now, moths were also associated with angels in the past and messages from the beyond. Because they are the more mythic kind of butterfly, let me put it this way. They are the more mystical butterfly because you find them at night and they're nocturnal, so they're very misunderstood. A lot of cultures actually also believe they're a symbol of death. But that essentially always just means rebirth. I don't understand why people are so afraid of death. It just means rebirth. In another state. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, depending on the life that we've lived. And I speak about this as a matter of fact, not as a hypothetical thing, though of course it is hypothetical till we don't die. But yeah, say hello to this friend of mine, gracing me with his presence the past few days. Now, the moth also symbolizes, like what it does in reality, it goes to the flame. It always goes to the light. Even if it means burning alive, it always goes to the light, which is what I'm trying to do in my life, right? I'm trying to go to the light, even if it burns me alive. Someday I think I'll attain Mahasamadhi if I keep following this path. No, I don't want to jinx it by saying that, neither do I want to be pompous about myself. Whatever the divine wills. So, a moth always goes to the flame. The moth always goes to the light. If flame is too scary for people, burning their impurities is too scary for people, then go to the light and it will illuminate your darkness. Eventually you'll burn it yourself, but at the very least it will illuminate your darkness. That's what the moth symbolizes. No matter what, always going to the light. Always following the light. There is nothing else. Don't follow the light, you are of darkness. Of course, what is darkness and what is light? But a play that goes on for eternity, after eternity, after eternity, after eternity, after eternity. Creation, destruction, creation, destruction, constantly. So, anyway, hi friend. I am very happy that you have graced me with your presence. Thank you for whatever learnings you bring, whatever life lessons, whatever totemic value you bring into my life. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy your stay.